maybe we can break it down into two parts. One is as an individual contributor, like what is the impact, and then maybe we can talk from our perspective as a manager, what is the impact for us and what is the expectations on us too, perhaps, right? But as an IC, usually it's like confusion, right? What's going on? Uncertainty, like you mentioned, anxiety. Okay, hey, why is this happening? Or I have a amount of work to be delivered, but now all these things have changed. Am I still supposed to deliver that? Like all these questions, right? Um, I have also seen sometimes morale drops. Some of these engineers, they don't like change, and when change happens, they're like, I don't know what's going on here. I have no trust. I feel like fixing my resume. Unfortunately, right? So those are like things that I've honestly noticed, and I think the big lesson there is, wait, stay calm, let the dust settle. It's going to be messy in the beginning, but wait it out and then see uh, what you can do. And we'll talk about that in the next section too, right? But that's an IC perspective. What have you want to add to that?
Absolutely. I was smiling when you say morale drop because guilty, right? My morale dropped because, in every company, there are leaders that you despise, right? You say, oh my God, I don't want to go under that person. And
Yeah.
that happened to me. That
Oh
happened to
gosh.
me a couple of times, but
Yeah.
not recently.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, right? Then
I
your
know.
morale drops. It's like, oh my God, I'm not going to see the light of day.
Yeah.
But I think the advice to the audience here is just like you said, wait it out
Yeah.
and be patient and do your job right. You don't need to worry about anything else, and
Mm.
things will play out. And that's what I did. Like I was focusing on what I need to do. I didn't care who's above me, and I wanted to have my independence. Initially, there are some turmoil that you are trying to understand your manager and your manager trying to understand you. So there will be some um, conflict initially, but then we kind of hit it off, and it was good
That's
collaboration.
good. That's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah. The other thing I wanted to say is, in terms of impact, usually with reorgs, sometimes the processes that have worked vanishes, right? Because now we don't know who owns that process,
Mm.
and
Mm.
who owns this piece of code that was like common, because the person have moved on to another team. So there are a lot of confusions that happen. That's called the reorg tax, right? They say typically efficiency drops between 10 to 25% with every reorg, even if no one's leaving.
Mm.
Any thoughts there, Roshan, on that?
I think absolutely true. I've seen because of the confusion and then maybe bringing new people in or people leaving, right? There is a definite drop. But as an IC, I've also noticed we don't get any luxury of an extension to our deadlines, right? I don't know if you guys
Good
get that,
point. Yeah.
right? The
Never.
deadlines are still stay the same. We are supposed to figure this thing out and ramp up again and still deliver it. So that is something that got to live with, I guess, right?
You know what's even worse?
Yeah.
You'll get new responsibilities added. It's like
Yes.
no one says, hey, you've been doing this before, now you don't need to do anymore,
Yeah.
now you do this. No, you just always add on. And
That is so
um,
true.
yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the manager aspect. Like, what is the impact and expectation of a manager through a reorg?
So in my opinion, the middle manager or line manager, they are the severely impacted ones in reorg, because they have to also deliver what they're responsible for, but at the same time have to cope with people leaving, coming back, and like you said, scope doesn't reduce and your work doesn't reduce. So I think they are in a kind of a rock and a hard place. I think the managers have to use the opportunity to keep their best talent. Like they have to protect them,
Mm,
go to fight for them,
mm.
and sometimes it also gives them opportunity to kind of shed the fat, if you will.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean,
Yeah.
because
No,
there
spot
there
on.
are resources who are kind of dragging their feet. This might be an opportunity.
Spot on. I want to add a little bit more to that also, right? Especially when the reorg is announced or is just happening. This is very tricky period for the middle manager or the line manager
Yes.
because they are supposed to stay calm, provide clarity while not having all the answers sometimes, right?
Yes.
They have to still communicate. saying that, oh, this is we are doing it for the right reasons, right?
Yeah.
And stay show confidence in these things. They may have not been part of the reorg thinking, right? But it is an interesting time, especially that first few weeks, I think. Would
Yeah,
you
and
agree?
yeah, absolutely. They'll get a ton of questions too, right? Am I going to be laid off?
Yeah,
What's going to happen to me? So the middle line manager have to manufacture reasons most of the time. Like you said, they were not part of that.
yeah,
And as a manager, what I've done is I've been transparent in the fact that I was not part of it, right? So basically you take the employee, your subordinate side, and say, we all need to figure out what's happening, but the company's doing well. There is no reason anything bad could happen, but things could happen. you know you, you have to dwell in the vaguity of things.
yeah. Shan, the way you talk about it is spot on. That's absolutely the right thing to do. You have to like manage your own emotions. You might have a million questions too. You might be really affected. You might be
Right.
losing your favorite teammate
That's
or
true.
members, or getting people on your team, brand new people to onboard, while still having these targets against the name, right? But still be calm, empathize, right, and reassure that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
So,
tough job.
tough
All
job.